this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 330 North 48th Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC Studios, this is Old School. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Four 402-464-5685. Starter him and text line Honda Lincoln Hotline. You could follow the video stream. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Get in. Today we're going to open with basically a therapy session for Rico. We need to make sure Rico's okay. He's had a really difficult run. And
spoiler alert, I'm not okay.
I'm just worried about you.
You should be.
Well, I mean, but we're here for you. So
it doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore.
Dang, Rico.
Right.
You sound like a Dolphins. You sound like Jake, a Dolphins fan.
Right.
I feel like a Dolphins fan. I feel like a Jets fan is what I feel like.
Right.
That's how bad it's gotten, Jay.
Well, the Jets haven't had any recent success.
I feel like a Jets fan.
The Knicks at least went to the playoffs last year.
At least the Jets have that 2 AFC championship in a row years.
So they're going to have to fire Thibodeau, right?
Yeah, probably.
And they're going to have to find a way to do like a sign and trade and somebody take Julius Randle's contract.
Probably also, yeah.
You know what they should do? Fire Thibodeau.
They should have brought in Kenny Atkinson instead of Thibodeau, but no.
They
want to bring the old guy
trade in. Julius Randle for Zion. And just hope Zion does.
Rico, you okay with that?
It's not going to happen.
Are you okay with it, though?
Also, no, I'm not okay with that right now. He has to get a second surgery, by the way, in case anybody missed that.
Zion?
Yeah.
On his foot?
Yeah.
What has he got?
I don't know. He had the first surgery, and they thought it was going well, and then in December he was working out, felt some more pain, and the other day it came out that he's probably going to have another surgery. So that's cool.
What are we going to do with him, Jay?
Zion?
No, with Rico. Imagine this. Imagine all this going through June. Like we're gonna.
It was supposed to be another good season, and it was supposed to be good.
He's at the point where he hasn't become immune to the pain yet.
I was for a while, and then they had a good season. And
right.
I opened
then
my
all the pain
I opened
went
my
away.
heart back up, and that was a mistake.
Well, you get it's like we talk about Husker fans having PTSD just from the trauma of going back and forth, believing, not believing. But the Knicks fans, the same thing. It's
we all opened our hearts.
You
back
want
up.
the glory days. They got a taste of success. Like we're close. And then no, we're not really.
Technically,
close.
I've never had the glory days of the Knicks. I did have the 2 or 3 year spurt of Melo and Amari before Amari punched.
You didn't even get insanity. You didn't get insanity.
I got insanity.
Okay.
I was there. I was there.
All
Melo was there. He got Linsanity started because Melo got hurt, and then Linsanity took over, and then Melo came back and was all in on Lin, but the fans thought that he wasn't, and then Lin got traded.
Fair. Okay.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Do we need to find you another team to root for?
No, I'm sticking with the Knicks, but
okay.
I will just be broken.
Okay.
And I'm rooting for Carmelo Anthony in LA, but currently he's not playing, so I don't care about LA.
See how quickly he just dove off of Melo? I thought Melo was your forever hero.
He is, but right now he's not playing right now, so I'm not rooting for LA. I don't care about them until he plays again.
You are such a weird human being.
I hope they win so they make the playoffs so then he can win a ring if that happens, but
it's not happening.
It's probably not going to happen.
It's not happening.
AD rolled his ankle again. Going to be in street clothes once again
for the rest of the season.
Probably.
Although the Lakers did look good last time.
That small lineup looked good.
LeBron looked good. Austin Reeves with the dagger.
Yeah.
Shout out Austin. Austin Reeves looks like if you're playing a video game and you just create a character and it's just the base set of character, like no anything. That's Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
They call him AR-15.
Do they?
Yeah.
They really do.
They do call him
They do.
AR-15.
They got him in the post game after he hit the first game winner walk off, and they called him AR-15. And you could see the reporter go, "Huh?
That's terrible.
Like what? What are you doing?" So as long as
not
you're
as cool as AK-47.
Okay, as long
Never
no, nothing is as cool as AK-47. That Andre Kirilenko run was as much fun as I had in Utah covering the Jazz.
Where is he? I see him like in the Russian mob right now, like the mob boss. I know he married a famous
pop star, Russian pop star.
I don't know what he's doing. He's just being Andre Kirilenko. He was just out there living his life.
There's several ways to tell that story. Kirilenko is still living his best life.
Kirilenko has always been living.
Andre Kirilenko was
Sasha.
His wife Sasha. Sasha would come on. She would come on my show in Utah, and I never knew what she was going to say. Like when you hear people say that they have no filter, Sasha Kirilenko has no filter. Like she really has no filter.
Perfect.
And the excuse was she could say anything because she could just say,
I don't know English.
I'm Russian.
Sorry,
we don't know anything.
I don't understand the context.
Like I'm Russian.
We don't know anything. I didn't really mean that. You took it out of context.
But no, I'll be fine. The one thing that really pisses me off is before the season and multiple times this season, Tibbs has said that the Knicks have a good young core that they can build around, and he refuses to play the young core. He plays Alec Burks and Taj Gibson 30-plus minutes a game, while Obi and IQ and Cam Reddish just sit on the bench. It's great. Everything's great. We're fine.
Yeah,
and he also keeps playing Nerlens Noel, who can't catch a basketball. Like the dude is awful on the offensive end and decent on the defensive end.
I just the last time I saw Kirilenko, he had really long hair, and it took me a minute to readjust to Kirilenko with long hair again, because he came in with long hair, cut it, got the Drago cut, right, and then he went. He looks like a Russian professor, like when you know how you have think of James Bond movie, and there's a Russian mad scientist
they all look
in the
same.
lab.
Yeah, they all look.
That's
the same.
what Kirilenko looks like now.
Okay,
because he wears his glasses all. Oh wait. There it is. I'm gonna show it to Jay so he can see the picture, and then you'll understand.
Speaking of Andre,
Jay, mad scientist.
Oh, he looked like a murderer.
Yeah, mad scientist.
Yeah, he looked like somebody that's going to poison your whole water system, and then
nice.
he ends up being
he
ends up being the de facto
he
president.
poisons the water system, but then he has the cure.
Yeah.
So
and he can go. He can either be very good or very bad.
Yeah, that's how he takes over.
Speaking
of Andre Kirilenko and just random NBA players, yesterday on the happy hour, me and Nick and Nathan pretty much spent the entire hour just naming random baseball players from like.
Oh, I would own this game.
2000 on up.
I would own this game.
Like we were just a name would pop into our head and we would just throw it out there and we're like, oh my goodness, remember that guy and how great he was?
We could go back to I can go back to 1960.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We went to
just random.
We went to
2000.
2000.
The random dude. So the Baltimore Orioles back in the day, where you had Elrod Hendricks, Andy Etchebarren at catcher. You had the four all-star pitchers, McNally, Cuellar, Palmer. They had another lefty. Oh my goodness. They had Steve Stone as well. They had all these guys. Then you had Davey Johnson at second, Boog Powell at first, Mark Belanger at shortstop, Brooke Robinson, Don Buford, Paul Blair, Reggie Jackson for a bit, John Lowenstein and Gary Renicky rotated off the bench.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got onto it.
Disco Dan Ford, who played for the Angels.
We just started naming it. Then we got to the 2015 Pirates and how good they were, and we're like, man, what happened to the Pirates?
Were they good?
Fell apart. I think it was 2015. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they were good in the regular season.
Yeah, it was the Pirates. They won 98 games.
Yeah, they were good in the regular season.
So who started on that team?
It was a guy.
Garrett Cole was there.
Garrett Cole was there. Then they had the center fielder that they ended up trading. He had the dreads.
Andrew McCutcheon. They had Pablo or Pedro Alvarez.
Yeah.
Neil Walker was on that team.
That guy's a good squad.
We were just naming guys who had their day in the sun, maybe a year or two stretch where they were pretty good, and you would kind of want to watch them. It was really fun.
Okay, so I want to do this with Jay. Name your favorite Vikings from your dad's teams.
Oh, my favorite, Nate Wright. He's a cool dude.
Krause was on that team.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah,
Matt Blair was on those.
Matt
teams.
Blair was right at the end. Carl Eller Moose is probably my favorite.
Moose.
Yeah, because he plays no games.
Right?
They tried to pull Moose over at like kind of profile him at his house, like pulled him over in his driveway. Hey, straight worked them police over there, and hey,
that's how you know you're real.
They said he ain't had the strength of an ordinary like 66-year-old man. You see Moose, he's still yoked up.
It's always fun.
Alan Page, I didn't really get the. I mean, you see him, you got to be on your P's and Q's, but he's cool.
He's still wearing the bow ties.
Yeah, and then
bow tie and suit, Alan Page, lawyer Alan Page.
So yeah, those are the guys. But some of the guys that like when I was a ball boy are really cool, like Steve Jordan. What is probably my favorite, Joey Browner, and Steve Jordan's son is Cam Jordan with the Saints. The best guy that doesn't get talked about in Viking history is Anthony Carter, who was
skinniest legs in the history of mankind.
The kind of Randy Moss, Chris Carter before they kind of really exploded. Hassan Jones was really good to me. Jake Reed, who was the first, I think it was Jake Reed, Chris Carter, and Randy Moss when they had the poster and stuff. Wade Wilson, rest in peace, who was the Cowboys' longtime Cowboys quarterback coach, was a quarterback there. Tommy Kramer. John Randall, of course, me and him were close just because.
Was he as crazy as
Bonafide?
Right?
When he came in as a rookie, I'll never forget this, and I was a ball boy. He was 238 pounds. 238 pounds as a D tackle, but was wrecking shop against everybody on the Vikings offense, and we'd scrimmage the Chiefs and stuff like that, destroying him. So it came down to he had to be 250 in order for them to keep him. And back then they didn't have like the Under Armour stuff. They had just girdles, right? And they were like short shorts, like purple shorts, and then the girdles would go all the way down to like almost their knee. And so, he pulls me aside and he's like, "Hey, look, I got to weigh in at 250." And it was me. Actually, Lane Kiffin was a ball boy, and another young brother named Erskine McDaniel, who's kind of down in Houston and involved in like politics and the oil companies and stuff. And so, Lane would be off schmoozing with the big time players, of course, right? Because they all knew him because his dad and stuff. So I was there at weigh-ins, and he pulled me aside. He was like, "Look, I'll give you $60 if you put in my girdle 2 10-pound weights." I'm like, "You serious?" And I was like, $60. Back then that's a lot of money. Put it in there, and then he made $250, and it was $60 in the envelope. And that's how, after that, then
easy money.
And after that, it was over. Obviously, but Chris Dolman was there. Al Noga was there.
Al Noga was fantastic. Oh, he was
yoked. Just like
unnatural strength.
Yeah, Henry Thomas. But Al Noga was like the Hawaiian gangster. Like it was like nobody messed with him, like at all. No pushing in the back after pass rush. So they were deep. Keith Millard, was there. He, until he hurt his knee, he was a phenomenal pass rusher. Scott Studwell, who was supposedly retired, from the Vikings in their like player personnel department, still is up there. He was a linebacker. He was known for he always like have blood on his pants and stuff. So yeah, the Vikings had a phenomenal squad back then. Good dudes too. Jerry Burns, who once a year always tweet out Jerry Burns's infamous post-game conference when they wanted to fire Les Steckel, and he just went off and started dropping F-bombs and M&F, and you know what I'm saying? Jerry Burns was awesome to me. He was the head coach, but homeboy played no games. None at all. But everybody loved him. And here's what people don't understand. I know Bill Walsh is the guy you think of the West Coast offense, but it's actually Jerry Burns. Jerry Burns.
Tell that story, because
Jerry Burns is the one that had the West Coast offense with my dad and Oscar Reed and Ted Brown.
32, Oscar Reed.
It was 32.
Ted Brown from NC State.
Right.
Your dad.
Ed Marinaro.
Ed Marinaro from Colgate.
Right.
LA. What's the New York City Blues?
Yep. That was
the TV show. He went from that. But your dad
Bill Brown and all
Bill
those
Brown
guys,
and
Bill Brown
and Bill Osborne.
Bill Osborne. So they didn't have a good like forward running.
But not
game.
Bill Osborne. What was his name? It was Bill Brown.
Bill Brown,
bowling ball kind of dude. And then 41.
Osborne, 41. So that's how they created a run, was that right? And then my dad was kind of like a tight end wing back in college. He never was a running back.
Yeah.
So that's how Jerry Burns was able to use the athletes he had was the West Coast offense. And then you had a big receiver like Ahmad Rashad. You had Sammy White and all those guys, Gilliam and all that. Stu Voigt was the tight end. And you know what I mean? So
the general lead behind Fran Target.
Yeah. And then that's really the first West Coast offense. And obviously Bill Walsh took it. And
John Gilliam was one of my favorite dudes because he ran with it. He ran and his head was like a bird.
Yeah.
Like he did.
Yeah. So they had it. But the funny thing is
that happens now when somebody, they're trying to kick it into they're afterburners. You could tell because they're just like their head starts moving a little bit more.
Right. Yeah.
Well, trivia question. Who was the first person to score on Monday Night Football ever? Well,
Couldn't tell you.
The opening kickoff. The opening kickoff.
With Billy White Shoes Johnson?
The opening kickoff was kicked off to the New Orleans Saints.
Mm-hmm.
And the opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown by John Gilliam.
Oh, there you go.
That's a hell of a way to kick off Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
Crib.
Straight to the house.
You could expect this every Monday night.
Yeah, no, you can't. No, you can't.
Until we have the Bears and the Lions playing in 2021.
Well, that was such a bad game having the Saints there. I think they got it because they were a new team, a relatively new team. They weren't very good. Billy Kilmer was actually the quarterback for the Saints before he got to DC. But man, that was okay. So before we get a break, did you carry the ball like your dad did? Did you ever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the lecture?
Oh, my dad used to do that. My grandma used to give me the lecture though. My grandma used to, because like my uncle, the youngest of my uncle, he used to like video the games and the video, like 3 games, send them to my grandma, and then she would call and tell me, what I was doing wrong. And so, yeah, she would be on me all the time. My dad would give me it. He's like, boy, you better not, if you're going to do that, you better not fumble, and that was his big thing. He's like, you run the ball.
Carry it like a loaf of bread.
Yep.
Yeah, Jay's dad got a lot of kids in trouble playing football because they all wanted to be Chuck Foreman, and we all carried it like a loaf of bread with one hand. And then,
but they didn't realize my dad has humongous hands.
And the first time in high school that I actually yelled "spin doctor" when I broke my linebacker off, caught him on a swing, hit him with the spin cycle.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, you yelled at yourself, "Spin doctor," and coach was like, "Give me a lap."
Yeah, my dad.
Give me a lap.
Somebody like combined 2 pitchers, like me tackling. It was another player, but then put my dad in there, and my dad was like, "Boy, I'll put some stuff on you ain't never seen before."
No, spin doctor was serious business. I need to get. What's his website? I need to get on his website and get. I want one of the bobbleheads.
Yeah,
I want one of the bobbleheads. I love the long sleeve jerseys.
Yeah,
like he's got the suit, like the Vikings with the old long sleeve joints. His dad's got him on his website.
Yeah, I wore one of his old Mitchell and Ness. This was when Mitchell and Ness was big. Actually, we played Philly. You know what I mean? And so that's where the original store Mitchell and Ness went in there. Yeah. And then so we played them, and we got up there, early enough. So I went down there and bought it and stuff like that, and wore it to the game or whatever.
I'm looking for it. From the text line, Clay Tony John asked the question: what was the first video played on MTV? You're Talking to the Swami. That song was video. The Buggles video killed the
radio star.
That was the first music video start. First video played on MTV.
That's like straight drinking game video. That's
I'm old. I'm old still. Like we used to play Trivia Pursuit, and this was. We need to bring that in. I need to bring in a Trivia Pursuit game.
I have that Husker sports trivia game still up there, but it's like
it's old. I think just Trivia Pursuit where we did, especially sports.
I want to grab it and ask and find like a not super old question and ask Jay, see if he knows.
We could probably do that. All right, we'll find out what's up. Rico will tell us what's happening when we come back. Old School.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arnn. In basketball, the Lincoln Lutheran girls team won its first game in the sub-districts over Raymond Central 69-44. Kennedy Ailes scored 20 points for the Crusaders in the win. Their next game will be against Lincoln Christian on Tuesday. In boys basketball over the weekend, Bennington edged out a win over Lincoln Christian 61-58. Lincoln Christian won against Lord CC 59-52. Lincoln Southwest rolled Omaha Northwest 84-63. Helms led Southwest with 17 points. Miller North took down Lincoln Pius X 67-49. The Hastrader brothers combined for 36 points in the loss. Omaha Central dominated against Lincoln North Star 74-40. Waverly beat Omaha Gross 60-51. Harms had a strong night offensively for Waverly with 19 points. In swimming on Saturday, the Lincoln Southwest boys repeated as the Heartland Athletic Conference champion. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 330 North 48th Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And things have obviously been pretty challenging lately with new vehicles, with all the microchip and supply chain issues, but things continue to loosen up as Koppel gets more and more new vehicles in each and every week. We've had many customers also custom order their vehicles. So if you don't see what you want in our current inventory, we can put an order in to get exactly what you want. So go online, reserve your new vehicle at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Do you know the signs of an opioid overdose? Talk to your physician and pharmacist about naloxone, a drug used to safely reverse an opioid overdose. I'm Dr. Rob Rhodes, a Nebraska family practice physician. Be Opie Ready and download a free overdose support tool, the Opie Rescue app. Search Opie Ready for more information.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Cloudy, windy, and cold here for our Thursday, topping out at 28. North winds could gust over 25 to 30 for much of the day. They'll relax tonight as we drop down to 14 for the low. Big jump in temps for our Friday. Mostly sunny with a high of 57. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Buffalo Wings and Rings, they've crafted a new league of superior chicken sandwiches. Meet the Ringers. It's premium, house-made, beer-battered, fried chicken served buffalo, Korean, or MVP style. Head to Buffalo Wings and Rings Lincoln and raise a glass to superior chicken. 2 locations at 68th and O and at 40th and Old Cheney. Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor at Just Days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300 or go to choicestreatmentcenter.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, don't run. Don't go anywhere, Mark Onweiler.
Chill.
What's up? We're going to find out what's up. Rico, hit the music.
Oh, okay, I got to
hit the music.
Let me pull it up. I was busy getting these cards ready to ask Jason questions.
Jay told you he's not answering no questions.
No, I found some questions from when he was in Nebraska.
Okay.
So it's some
Well,
stuff.
let us know
Maybe
what's up.
he'll know. Maybe he'll know. He might not.
Okay.
Why is this computer so slow?
It's not that I won't answer the question. I know I don't know the answer.
You might know them.
So this is what.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. Here you go. Come on, you stupid computer.
Woke up this morning and I got out of bed. Had a big old cup of coffee to clear my head. Telephone rang and you wanna chat? Well, sit on down and tell me what up with that.
Tell me what up.
You have the floor, sir.
So our buddies from my buddy Dan from Canopy Market. He was like, hey, dropping off some cards for the Husker players, right? So we had the volleyball show last night. So two of those was going to Nicklin and Kenzie. And he's like, yeah, and some bourbon and some meals. I'm like, bet. Now I assume that the meals would be tampered with and eaten just simply because this is what we do here. Like, I understand kind of there's a community vibe to everything in place. I said, but Jay, some of this is them doing too much.
Right.
It's too much. Like, so I put a 12-pack of Cokes in the fridge. Put a 12-pack in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mark informs me that once it's in the fridge, it's community property. Now, first of all, wrong. Because if you don't bring the same amount you take, stop taking. If you don't bring Rico, Coke,
don't
Rico. So then he says, hey, I left a bottle of bourbon. So, okay, listeners, text line, let me know if somebody tells you that they went to your place of business and left you a bottle of bourbon. Now, they don't have to say anything else past that, but hey, I left a bottle of bourbon at your spot, and they tell you that they did so. One would assume that it was left for you. Now, I show up last night, I'm like rubbing my hands. Like, yeah.
You hear the sound effects too,
Right. It's gonna be a nice little.
It was starting to. You needed the bourbon. It started to cool down a little bit. You wanted to get all warm and fuzzy.
Right, like I wasn't even gonna drink it. I just wanted to sit with it. Like I just wanted to sit with it. Right,
it's a nice looking bottle.
Right, like I just wanted to sit with it. Right, I wanted to pose. I was like,
I mean, we all did that.
Here, I know you did. Now, but then it hit me that the label had been snapped. And that the bottle was only 2/3 full. So I text Mark. I'm like, hey, Mark, did you open the bourbon? Mark goes, yeah, we did.
That's what hey, Mark, we talked about the team concept yesterday.
We
93.7 the ticket, open the bottle.
Yeah. He said we. I was like, well, first of all, if we aren't paying the checks, we aren't writing the checks. It ain't always we.
This is a team.
Hey. Look.
We all take responsibility.
I'm like Hoodie. Wait a minute.
It tasted good to us.
Mark,
we all believe it was tasty.
And then Mark goes, was that? Did we have plans for that? Like, did you have plans for that? I had plans to sit with it unopened and then give it to you and say, have at it.
But Mark, you had kids. Mark just did the kid thing. When how kids
should have put some water in it.
You know when you have something. And
kids, that would have led to a beatdown.
Just melted.
Kids ask for something. As they're opening and eating it. That's all that was.
Right, that's what it was.
Can I give my side of the story?
Please.
You got a text that said there's a bottle of bourbon at the station. I was here to receive the bottle of bourbon, and what I was told was, here is a bottle of bourbon for the station. Do with it what you would like.
Oh, he said the station.
He did. That's what he said.
He did.
Oh, you were there.
No, that's what Mark told me.
See, also knowing that I talked to Dan and that I know Rico wasn't there in the transaction.
I think Nick was standing there. We'll have to get Nick's story.
Yeah.
I think Nick was standing there.
I was in here.
That's in my mind. That's how I remember it. Was here's a bottle of bourbon for y'all.
So I'm gonna remember that going forward.
Please do.
That anything delivered here is mine.
You gotta start labeling it, man.
Is mine. Like, I don't want to have to do have the black look. This is I'm gonna tell you, this is where I was. So I'm holding a black Sharpie marker that I was gonna mark the bottle like your uncle did,
right?
Like when you house sat, when your parents left you with the house and they wanted to make sure you didn't drink the liquor.
Put the line.
But then I immediately thought, if I put the lime, Mark's gonna drink it and add water anyway. So it's really
I wouldn't do that to good bourbon. I wouldn't do that. He delivered 10 meals, which are obviously to share, right?
Yeah.
And in that same
one
bag,
bottle,
a bottle of bourbon, which is too much for one person to drink.
It absolutely is not.
I assume that's to share too.
It absolutely.
And I did.
Did you not have a
we
dad?
Had a nice community
Did
moment
you not
with
have
the
a
staff.
father who had? You knew there was one bottle and it was his.
Well, I'm that father.
So in his house, the rules apply, but here they don't apply. This is the only place.
I like to share.
This is the only place where this does not apply. Mr. Unlimited, it is a bourbon that really should have been left alone. See, that's all. But now that you drank it, it's who all took a shot? Give me the list, please.
Me.
Okay.
Rico. Vershawn. Jake. Nathan.
Jake Sorensen?
Yeah.
What time of day was this?
Well,
that part. No.
Let him know all that.
Jake Foreman.
I'm just wondering why I didn't
3
get
o'clock,
that.
something like that.
2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the
Okay.
ticket. They were getting buck wild.
We had very sophisticated whiskey tasting.
Vershawn, you say?
Yeah, Vershawn.
Which led to
You didn't-
Vershawn.
You didn't text me, man?
Right? Like, did you get a
I'm
call?
sorry.
I didn't get
I'm
the
sorry.
call.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking right at you, homeboy.
I thought you. I'm sorry.
No. There's no sorry. I was getting texts the day before.
I thought you guys were
and you
gonna
guys
catch
are
up.
telling me to chill out when I'm texting.
I didn't tell you to chill out.
We're going to throw it to break. This will continue.
So you only text me
This
when you
will
want.
continue.
You texted me.
Rico, give the station ID. We will go to break.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
come back.
disappointed.
We're going to deal with
You
this.
just went down to a 2-star.
We're going to deal
Don't
with
you blame me.
We'll
for
be
this.
right back.
You went to 2-star.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What are you doing, Sip?
I thought the chickens could use some more light in their lives.
So you're building what exactly?
It's a motion-censored switchboard. Duh.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Of course. Oh, God. Ow.
Seems like a job for a professional.
Just one more wire. Yep, there you go, right there.
Don't be like Sip. Call Joe at Ambition Electric for any of your electric needs at 402-217-3415.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Breakfast time, brisket time, pork tacos, chicken tacos. You hungry yet? I can keep going. Pork or chicken, queso nachos, queso mac and cheese, hatch mac burritos. Now you're salivating. Muchachos is Lincoln's premier New Mexico barbecue fusion restaurant. And you can't miss them in their bright blue building. Pair that great food with delicious coffee for breakfast and a variety of local and national beers on tap the rest of the day. Order your food online at yomuchacho.com or visit them in person at Muchachos on South 11th Street between L and K Streets.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Need to send a message? Send it with cake. Congratulations? Here's a congratulations chocolate rum cake from Beatrice Bakery. Thank you? Say thank you with an amaretto cake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit your mailbox with my car as I was backing out of the driveway and then continued right into your prized petunias. You say that with a lemon drop cake. Everybody knows that. Beatrice Bakery in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Here to help you say whatever it is you need to say. Welcome to our world of yum.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Cloudy, windy, and cold here for our Thursday, topping out at 28. North winds could gust over 25 to 30 for much of the day. They'll relax tonight as we drop down to 14 for the low. Big jump in temps for our Friday. Mostly sunny with a high of 57. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300 or go to choicestreatmentcenter.com.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Do you know the signs of an opioid overdose? Talk to your physician and pharmacist about naloxone, a drug used to safely reverse an opioid overdose. I'm Dr. Rob Rhodes, a Nebraska family practice physician. Be Opie ready and download a free overdose support tool, the Opie Rescue app. Search Opie Ready for more information.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season. Enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios. This is Old School. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Second hour of Old School. I'm going to post on Twitter said evidence.
Come on, man.
No, because you're not going to say,
I love it.
like,
I
this
love
wasn't
it. I
purposeful.
love it. I love it.
Like, Jay saw the bottle, and you saw what I meant, right?
I
Like,
love
say,
it. I
like,
love it. I love
like
it.
how much they drank, and then
It's not even that. It's the best part that they tried to line up the top.
right.
I can tell you
That's like
I can tell you for a fact that I know that there were 5 shots taken. It was not that low. And when Mark put the thing back on, it wasn't lined up.
Hey,
I know that is for a fact.
Here's where it's like a parents go out of town for the weekend and the kids get into the, where you have your, your alcohol or beer, and this is what they come back to. And then you ask them, did you drink any? And they be like, nah, man, the top, it's still.
It's perfect.
It's
Look
perfect.
at that.
I must have leaked it.
Here's a funny
There
story.
must be a hole in it somewhere.
Here's a funny story. When I was living in Minnesota I used to go back to Minnesota in the off season. You think that you'd go to like Miami or something, going from Buffalo, but I go like from the worst in the snow belt to Minneapolis, right? But I was living back in Minneapolis. So in my house, I had like a bar, and my dad used to take care of it when I was gone. And I had a cousin, OV, who would, like, before I get there, I say, hey man, can you make sure that everything works, that the pipes aren't busted and all that, because who wants to drive back from Buffalo and the house flooded and ice rink downstairs. And so I was like, hey man, so my dad, we'd come, we'd after, we'd have some beer or drink or whatever, and he liked Sky vodka, right, in the blue bottle. Remember, there's a blue bottle.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, hey, look, man, and every year we'd always kind of chill for a couple of days, talk about the season, maybe watch a couple games, and watch playoffs or whatever. So I was like, hey man, can you go and get some Sky vodka? That's what my dad likes, and I guess I'll drink some too. So whatever, just get enough. And we weren't getting hammered or anything. So my dad was coming from a business trip, and I'll never forget. He was like looking forward to it. He's like, I can't wait to, get to hang out or whatever. And he's looking forward to have some Sky Vodka. Well, my OV had been over there for 2 or 3 days before. Must have been chilling. Who knows what he had been doing? But the house for whatever reason wasn't. I know a house cleaner had been in there, so who knows what he did, right? So my dad had this bottle of Scott vodka. I would never forget this. I laughed so hard, I was crying. And when you laugh so hard, you cramp, So my cousin OV had drank whoever drank the bottle, him and whoever drank the bottle of vodka. Then so instead of going and spending $20 and getting another one, knowing that we're coming in town, say like on Thursday or Friday, he decided to fill it up with water. I didn't know this, right? So I've never been a big drinker. So I'd already been home for a couple of days and my dad was coming. So I didn't think anything of it because I saw the bottle there, My dad, I'll never forget, he used to have this cup he'd drink it in, right? Put ice in there and then he put maybe cranberry or orange juice. He poured that bad boy in there, man. Drank it and spit it out. I was like, damn, how much? I'm thinking you put too much in there. He started Eminem, who the hell put water in here? Then he smelled it. He's like, this ain't no damn vodka. And then he drank it. And I'm thinking he tasted it. I'm thinking I'm about to take you to the hospital, right? He took that damn thing outside because we go to the sliding glass door, threw it outside, and went off. He's like, which one of you two did this? It's like a long-standing family joke every time us three get together. So that's what that reminds me of.
So Mark, okay. So seeing said, and I'm going to hold this up on the video stream. I'm going to hold it up on the video stream.
Lower it a little bit.
So you can see how the label was lined up, but you see how much was actually consumed. Okay. So now you said who took shots now?
Me and Rico and Vershawn and Nathan and Jake.
Okay. So
Sorensen.
Five shots.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Now
we don't have standard shot glasses around here. I'll say that, but I can tell you those little cups there, we filled it up to the bottom line.
How many ounces is that?
I don't know. We filled it up to the.
I never knew. When I took that shot, it was a little bit more than a shot.
Hey, I'm
wait, hold on, Jay, hold on. What time was this? You said between 2 and 3?
Yeah, it was after Vershawn's show. Between 2 and 3.
Wasn't Rico and Nick on air?
Well, there's a 5-minute commercial break.
Mm-hmm.
Rashawn needed a drink after the show.
So we're doing shots on air.
No, it wasn't on air. It was off air.
While you're on air.
It wasn't on air yet.
So it was before 2.
We bring.
Thursday
brings an entire glass of wine.
It was after 1:50. See how muddy this gets?
No, it's not muddy. I'm telling you, it was after 1:55.
Then it was before.
No, here I got you. Jake's was between 2:30 and 3 because he wasn't here. Mine was after 1:55 and before 2.
So you got into the bottle right away.
Not right away.
Well, I mean,
I know what time Dan got here. So before you just lie to me, I want you to know what time Dan got here. What time did Mark get? What time did Dan get here, Mark?
I don't. Lunchtime. I mean lunchtime. Yeah.
And so you decided
we took another break after he got here. So it was about 1:30.
Who was the instigator to, hey, let's open this and do shots?
The question was asked of me, and I gave permission.
So the station boss
gave permission.
I
did.
Okay. And then he went on air after doing the shot.
And now I understand why the show was just naming random MLB players. That makes more sense now. But it was a good show.
Rico, you was buzzing?
No, I was fine. It was one shot. I was fine.
Look, man, who brought this? Who brought this over?
Dan says, Dan is texting me. He says,
please, I would
1 o'clock.
Dan, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Dan, if
so
you're
not
listening.
So an hour before.
Oh, yeah, because Nick had gone to make sloppy joes and he didn't get any lunch.
Yeah, he didn't get any lunch.
I remember.
Dan, please bring this man another thing of bourbon. I'll split it with you.
No,
mark it.
Dan's
mark it and put on there in Sharpie DP.
Right, like Dan's listening, so
face.
he knows. Dan knows what we're talking about. So, so Dan's gonna hook us up because we see this is why good leads to evil, right? So Dan tells me he leaves the bottle of bourbon. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking, hey, Dan. First of all, thank you. Second of all, we want to do like the Priscilla Joseph coach's wife with wine kind of vibe, right? So can you provide a bottle of wine, and we'll give you, advertising according to that. And he's like, shit, yeah, sure. Like, sure, no problem. But see, the benefits of getting Priscilla wine is that it also provides benefit to Alky McAlcohol over here.
Don't do that.
Mr. I don't like, we're constantly feeding this beast.
He's like a little gremlin.
that now not only, so he's like, imagine, like,
I'm fine.
So he's doing wine with Priscilla, and now
I've
he's
had
doing
one shot of bourbon, and I feel
I just want to understand, bro. And if the FCC is listening, because it is.
Hello, FCC overlords.
Yeah, like,
this is all parody.
Right.
All of this is a joke.
Yeah, Rico.
What?
On air, Rico.
Wasn't
off air.
On air. It was off
pre-air.
Yeah.
I will sip wine and sip beer because it's a part of the show.
Uh-huh.
Doing shots before you go on air.
Shot.
Doing a shot that equals 2 because this is not a shot glass.
It was like 1 1/4.
What? So over a shot is shots, plural. So
it was a
You got to remember, Rico,
cup.
he used to be a bartender.
Yeah.
Like, I know what this is.
It was a single shot.
It was a single drink, but it was not a shot.
It was a single cup. So
Rico,
if it's more, if it'd be just a drink. So
Rico,
it was a drink.
Was it smooth?
Yeah.
You should have seen Sorensen's face, though.
Jerk.
I know he had bitter beer.
I just want to point out.
I just don't know. I just want to know what the thing in there is.
Well, here's the point, and
Yeah,
this
what is that?
this is the part that you're all missing.
That looked like
This is the
steel.
part that you're all missing.
Mhm.
That when I got the text that there was bourbon here, I don't per se get excited over that, other than the fact that it's a really good bourbon. I know it's a great bourbon, so when I need it, it's there. But there is a bourbon drinker in my house who found out that somebody that she knows left a bottle of bourbon that she will no longer get as her own, and she's the boss.
That's why we have the APB out on Homeboy to bring another bottle of bourbon.
Right, Dan's listening. He's just
Dan. If I need to replace the bottle of bourbon, I can replace the bottle of bourbon. I'm happy to do that.
Just pop off.
Oh, he knows that. He knows that because he popped it yesterday.
I didn't pop it.
Rico, which side do I put up here? Which one?
I didn't pop it. I didn't put it back. All I did was hold the bottle before it was open. I didn't even hold it after it was open.
How did Rashawn get involved in this since he was already upset and gone and leaving?
He came back. He needed a drink after that dude. After that dude lit him up, Rashawn was hot.
And listeners, you probably don't want to do that to Rashawn, but you probably shouldn't do that to any host on here. Don't come at him like that. That's not necessary. Right? So that fair?
James says it's fascinating and hilarious to listen to an HR conversation on the radio. Enjoy your last.
It's for
day at the
documentation.
station,
This is official documentation.
Somebody
I don't
said,
have to
good luck
write
at
this
your,
up.
Somebody said, good luck at your next job, Rico.
Yeah, I don't have to write this up.
I'll be
This
fine.
is-
Rico, I'm glad somehow you're taking the heat.
Yeah,
for this.
it's fine.
No.
Look, I'll go work at
What
Target.
I know is that Mark's going to get a call from Becky. And
That's fine. That's fine.
like I've participated in that call in the car. So I know what's coming for
Those
you
are
guys.
in the car conversation,
So
DP.
yeah, so I'm just letting you guys know you will probably hear from the real director of human resources here at the station.
Look, you know what? You know what? You know what? You know who we can blame this on? Tom yesterday. If Tom didn't say rude things to Rashawn, we wouldn't have taken a shot to cool everybody off.
That is such a
There we
bad
go.
lie.
There we go. We're blaming Tom.
I can tell you, it didn't cool me off. It definitely warmed me
Well,
up, though.
you know,
I don't care.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Evil guys.
It
All right.
was
What's the thing in there?
Company, camaraderie, team building.
Yeah.
You know,
You could have done that
joint
at 6
experiences.
o'clock. You could have done
The
that.
team
People
wouldn't have
aren't
been
here
here.
at 6 o'clock.
That was the whole point, Rico. After hours.
Rico, you guys had what's called a quorum, right?
After
You
hours.
didn't have everybody that's involved in the company, and you guys decided to make it. You guys had made it your own little board meeting without.
So Tyler's on the text line. Tyler says this: how is this different than Thursdays? I'll give you an example. One, my alcohol tolerance is off the charts. So it doesn't affect me that way. Second of all, it is a sponsored deal and it's segmented. We also understand from an operation standpoint how much alcohol is being consumed and why.
Mm-hmm.
Very simply done. We're not chugging beers. We're not chugging wine. That's not what this is. The higher level of bourbon and the way that it was done, again, this was not a cheers. See, if Mark wanted to do this in the future and he was celebrating something, we could probably not pay attention to it. Right? We're celebrating great ratings for the sake of conversation.
Not that we have such things at our disposal, but
if that were the case,
general, yeah.
right? If we had a really good ratings book that we wanted to talk about and celebrate, like somebody told us that the ratings were great and we could just do it, like that would make fair sense,
sure.
right? Because then people would go, well, why are they celebrating? And then you go, hey, I don't know, but what I'm told is,
do you want to pour one now? Is that what we're alluding
later?
To? Later, okay.
1:00.
Yeah, okay.
1:00. So there's that. Okay, good deal, man. Yeah, just don't steal my bourbon. Tyler says that. Like, so it makes perfect sense. Just don't
look, I get that, and if I had known it was your bourbon, I thought it was station bourbon.
Well,
I would never steal a man's bourbon.
Well. So here's the thing. So we put this back in Mark's office.
Mm-hmm.
And it will stay at that set amount, until the appropriate cause and reason.
Now you're throwing the willpower on me.
Right.
That's a danger.
Right. Well,
that has to stay in Mark's
station boss.
You got to put it right where he can see it.
Station boss.
Put it right next to his computer.
Sit right in a glass case.
Right? Like
breaking case of emergency.
Yeah, no, when you open it, a song plays. Like shots.
Yeah.
Shots.
Everybody going off.
Right? Like it's like
everybody just runs. Be like, what's doing, Mark? What's going on?
What are we saying? We celebrating?
We drinking a bourbon?
We're celebrating. We understand. So, all right, good deal. So we understand. I'll pass this along.
Have we come to an understanding?
We have come to a perfect understanding. Okay. Clear
understanding, but probably not an agreement on how you handle it, right?
Yeah,
you're okay. What's done is done. It wasn't.
We
done.
Can make Jay Foreman. We can make Jay Foreman the director of beverage service here at the
new title.
Because he will have the purple bag here. And then he'll have the box. So he'll have Remy and Hennessy.
Yeah.
And
look at Rico. Rico, you having some bad memories of the hen dog?
Mark, have you Remy? Are you a Remy or Hennessy?
I've never had.
So we could have a taste test.
Never again.
Why?
Because Mark won't be on air.
No,
so
you got wild.
Hey,
yeah,
you know I have no limits.
Hey, hold on, DB. That Hennessy be making you feel like a credible hawk, don't
just
you?
Not great. Just one night and never again.
Hey, you walking around with your chest out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was big man in the bar.
Right. And then his stomach.
Spoiler alert.
No.
I was fine. I was fine. No,
that Hennessy will make you feel like you can walk through fire.
Oh yeah, I was the big man. Problem was, I was not the big man.
Rico got
you were
folded
still 5'5".
up.
Yeah, still 5'5". It made me feel like I was like 6'5".
Right. Yeah. Right.
So the text line says, or you could do like we did when we were kids, take a drink and then refill it with iced tea.
There you go. Already got your mixer in there.
Worked every time till my dad put the bottle in the freezer and it froze.
Oh no!
Well, that's what he said. Yeah, that's what he said. He said it froze. Alcohol doesn't freeze.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Nick, we're trying to be good examples, good role models for you, since you're not of age, and we don't want you to make these sort of mistakes.
At Pius X, they've been drinking. They've been drinking since like the 9th grade.
That was an acknowledgement.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I wish the camera was on Nick.
Nick, you ever drank Hennessy? No,
Nick doesn't drink. He's not 21 yet.
Yeah, whatever.
What's your first drink going to be next week, though?
Oh, it's Hennessy.
The mic's on.
You're having
Hennessy.
Don't think too hard. We already made.
No. You hear?
I don't know. It might be a Crown and Coke, Crown and Diet, maybe.
How do you know about that?
I just hear good things.
How do you? Where'd you hear that from?
His parents.
Bingo.
Oh, is that it? Okay, so then here's what I would like. When's your birthday? Tuesday. 22nd. Okay.
Yep.
And your mom and dad are really good folks.
I would like to think
they're
so,
fantastic.
Yes.
That morning,
yeah,
I would like for them to come in studio or at least to call in. Is that possible?
We can try something.
Should we have them on our show?
Yeah, can we do that? Can we do that? Because it's
Life and Times of Raising Nick.
Can we have them on our show?
It's the turning of the boy into a man.
Maybe we need to do it on Thursday. We could do it.
You're not going to be here Wednesday.
I'm not going to be here Wednesday.
No, so
we could do it Thursday.
Do it the day before because we want to set boundaries.
We need you to call in Thursday at about 7 a.m.
Right.
I told Rico I'll be good to call in Wednesday. I don't
want to talk to you though. I want to talk to them.
Well,
I tried calling somebody once when they were at a casino having a good time. It was a bad idea.
Yeah, but this is Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to be back. We just took the day off.
Work that out.
It seems like a big decision.
Like we need the parents in here, Mark. Like we will have the full.
I mean, we could bring him in Wednesday. It'll be me and Nathan. You can join us.
Right.
So then we don't even have Nick here to refute any story.
Right.
Maybe.
Right. Can you work?
There
that
will be
out?
no refute.
Can you make that happen?
I can ask.
Can you make that happen?
I can ask.
Can you make that happen?
You hear what he's asking.
Can you make that happen?
I know you're telling me.
Can you make that
I know
happen?
you're not asking, but I know you're telling me.
Can you make that happen? Can you make that happen?
I will attempt.
Can you make that happen?
Just say yes.
Yes.
There's only one answer. I'm not accepting anything else. You understand how this works?
I can always just walk away.
All right, we're going to throw the early break now that we have messed it all up and we've gone off schedule, but that's fantastic. We'll give you more segments here at Old School. We'll work it all out.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric ensures our home and office HVAC systems run smoothly throughout the year to provide maximum comfort and convenience. Routine maintenance reduced our operating costs just by improving the efficiency of our unit. Consider a maintenance agreement to ensure you too receive priority for services and scheduling. This helps meet manufacturer warranty requirements. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Now what do? Football is over. The weather's crappy. Man, I tell you what, it's a perfect time to go car shopping. This is Carl from Price Right Auto. Come out to Price Right in West O and you'll find over 100 great vehicles at some great prices. With our non-commissioned sales process, we let you control the sale. We won't let you get a lemon since we back every one of our vehicles with our Peace of Mind 3-month warranty. If you want a hassle-free car buying experience, check out our website, PriceRightAuto.com. Come see a great selection of affordable used cars on West O Street at Price Right Auto.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arnn. In basketball, the Lincoln Lutheran girls team won its first game in the sub-districts over Raymond Central 69-44. Kennedy Ailes scored 20 points for the Crusaders in the win. Their next game will be against Lincoln Christian on Tuesday. In boys basketball over the weekend, Bennington edged out a win over Lincoln Christian 61-58. Lincoln Christian won against Lord CC 59-52. Lincoln Southwest rolled Omaha Northwest 84-63. Helms led Southwest with 17 points. Miller North took down Lincoln Pius X 67-49. The Hastrader brothers combined for 36 points in the loss. Omaha Central dominated against Lincoln North Star 74-40. Waverly beat Omaha Gross 60-51. Harms had a strong night offensively for Waverly with 19 points. In swimming on Saturday, the Lincoln Southwest boys repeated as the Heartland Athletic Conference champion. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Breakfast tacos, brisket tacos, pork tacos, chicken tacos. You hungry yet? I can keep going. Pork or chicken, queso nachos, queso mac and cheese, hatch mac burritos. Now you're salivating. Muchachos is Lincoln's premier New Mexico barbecue fusion restaurant. You can't miss them in their bright blue building. Pair that great food with delicious coffee for breakfast and a variety of local and national beers on tap the rest of the day. Order your food online at yomuchacho.com or visit them in person at Muchachos on South 11th Street between L and K Streets. Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Today on Hey Culligan, unnecessary contaminants. Here's the referee.
Hey, Culligan, that's a flag on my water for flagrant foul taste.
Ooh, that's a tough one, ref, but the solution is a Culligan Smart RO drinking water system that reduces up to 58 contaminants, making your water safer and delicious.
Yeah, I guess I missed that call.
And with the Culligan Connect app, you always know when your filters need changing.
The water's up and it's good.
Good call, ref, and we're already on the way.
Try a Culligan water softener for just $9.95 per month. Go to CulliganLincoln.com.
Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Again, we want to thank Dan from Canopy Market, again, not only for the goodies yesterday, he brought the meals. Jay, you've got a couple of meals in the refrigerator for you to take with you. But the bourbon, and then he's hooking up Priscilla Joseph for her show tonight, 9 to 10 with Rico here on 93.7 The Ticket. Also for supporting our student-athlete shows, programs during the Ticket weeknights. He has supported and provided gift cards to the gymnastics show, the bowling team, the swimming and diving, the gymnastics, basketball, men's and women's, volleyball, baseball, and football. He's been a behind-the-scenes supporter, and it's greatly appreciated. And again, any donations like that come to the station for those student athletes go straight to the student athletes.
Right.
I don't want to take a dime of that. So if you have a business and you want to support these student athlete shows, they're doing these shows. We give them a stipend, but it's what the community puts in that they benefit from, aside from learning how to do this, which is why they do it. And to a student athlete, each one will say this is one of their favorite days of the week because they come in the station and talk to you guys. So if you want to participate in that, reach out to either myself or Jake Sorensen. Reach out and we will make the connection for you. There have been several folks who have done that as well. Of course, Beatrice Bakery has been exceptional in doing that. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul hooked up a lot of the folks with food. Bravo, anybody's done that. Upside Barn Lounge, of course, for their support. They've also supplied gift certificates for the student athletes to use. They want to come eat, etc. And then Moose's Mad Fresh. Moose Morrison came in last night for the volleyball players and dropped off some goodies. And he's been doing this for some of the shows. And I want to say thank you to him as well, because he has also made a cash donation that goes directly to the student athletes. So that's for people to understand. One, these folks are learning how to deal with media, how to become a part of the process. For folks to be a part of the narrative, you can hear from them instead of hearing from us. Like it's one thing for me to talk about volleyball players. It's another thing for them to talk about themselves. And that's what the nighttime programming is. And if you're not paying attention, I'm just telling you, last night, it gets so good. Like, I don't understand. Like, first of all, Ashley Scoggins killed the game Tuesday night. Like, she just murdered radio, breaking down what they go through, what the process was, their pre-games, their defensive goals, offensive goals, how they engage one another. And then last night with the volleyball players, look, they have a good time recording, which is, again, the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. But Nicklin is 24 hours of entertainment. Kenzie is the great narrator to whatever shenanigans they're going to get into. Mm-hmm. But Nicklin put on, go find her Instagram. She put on the helmet and walked in the building like Goldberg. Like, I'm about to, like, who's next? And then she said, she goes, I'm impressed by Michaela and Kenzie because I can't do what they do. And you think Nicklin's so high level athletic on the volleyball court.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, no, I can't do what they do. She goes, I'd love to try to do a floor routine, but I'm not sure I could. And she goes, true story, I can't touch my toes. I was like, what? And then she put the helmet on. She's like, I'm going to do a cartwheel. She goes, I don't think I can do a full cartwheel. She put the helmet on so that in case she ended up on her head, right? But making fun of it. Kenzie's gonna.
That was a bad idea,
right?
She was gonna support.
Kenzie's gonna spot her, right? And they're here in the hallway. Nicola goes into the cartwheel, which is a third of a cartwheel. Like her legs got a third of the way up.
I'm pretty sure she was like 90 degrees.
Right. And then she kicks Kenzie right square to jaw. Like it looked like a karate.
It was the it was the least athletic thing a superior athlete could do. Like it was just, I just watched it and I'm laughing so hard. Like I'm just like, how, like I've seen you on the volleyball court. How you can't do a cartwheel?
Like she really couldn't. Jay, I'm gonna show it to you because it is. So she's there, and Kenzie decided, okay, Kenzie's like, I got you. Like I'll spot you. And she kicked Kenzie. So Kenzie took it and then put it in slow motion. And she's watching the look on her face as this foot is about to kick her.
She like UFC shin kicked her in the forehead.
And then she got up and did a Michaela Curtis tribute with the stuck it, nailed it, and did the arms up. They kept calling the golden arches.
Yeah, I saw
that.
That's funny.
You know, so you can see that. That's on my Twitter as well. But yeah, if you're not paying attention to the nighttime shows, you were missing out. Jay,
wet blanket. It was like Creed in The Office. That's what her
it really was. It's spectacular. It's on my Twitter and Instagram. You can do it. I didn't put it on Facebook, but I could. Sunday. So again, we continually add to these programs, and we have most of the programs figured out on who's going to do shows and when they're going to do them. But Sunday morning pancakes with Nori and Brent Banks, and Jay sat in with them for a segment this weekend at the Home and Gardens.
Right.
If I had to ask you to describe those two, how would you describe them?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is like, because we just were talking about MTV, maybe like I would say Beavis and Butthead, but they're not like that. But they're too big, and if they get mad, they could overtake a old man like me. But I mean, they're funny, so I don't know who I would compare them to, but they just have their own style. They got a good mix, right? They got Nori, who's kind of can be happy-go-lucky, definitely funny, and I think Banks is the same way. But then also, when we talked a little bit about the difference of the energy in the room and the offensive line room, and they're actually very, I guess, articulate in the sense of they had direct answers, clear answers. You could understand what they're talking about, and they both said the same thing. So the message is very, very clear, and there's the continuity, right? Because I put them on the spot and asked them some things that I actually already knew the answer to, but I was waiting to see if their answer was going to be close within reason of them explaining to it, and it was right on. So I mean, that was the highlight of it, just to see that the things that maybe at times that I was trying to articulate to them, now they're it's part of their, or getting to be a part of their DNA. That means like their everyday life, how they do it, and how they're really starting to enjoy being around each other, hanging out, doing stuff together, breaking bread together, getting to know each other. Those are the things that you need when you play an offensive line, defensive line, any position group. You want to know everything about all the guys you're playing with, regardless if one's a starter, one's a backup, a swing guy, or a young guy coming in. And so that's what I really, really liked. But then also, when they were doing their own show, that they had a good time with it, and that's what you want in sports radio. Don't take yourself too serious. Have a good time with it, and just kind of you're just talking shop, and they're able to do it. And so I told them, you're doing Sunday morning pancakes, you got to have levels to it. Don't just have one where little DBs running and you kind of push them down and the play's over. You got to have one where you fold somebody up at the point of attack. That's more, that's 3 pancakes, or that's got to be a level 3. Or if you get somebody, you fold a guy like a lawn chair and then you run down and get a DB. That's the grand slam. So you gotta, I would say you should have some goals with it. And if you really, really want to try to make it part of who you are, being physical, getting guys on the ground, it's only going to do positive things for the offense and the group. If you really, really take it and run with it, it could be something that, you can get back to truly the pipeline, get back to truly playing as a unit and being, where you are reloading instead of rebuilding, regardless of who goes on to the next level. You have guys ready to step in and play because the standard will be the standard. There is no leeway on the expectations or the effort. The standard is the standard, and you got to meet it.
Did you, by chance, check your schedule, see if you could do Sunday with them?
I think I could do an hour.
Okay.
I got a game.
I think if you do could you do the first? Is it the first hour?
Yeah, do the first.
Okay, so if you do the first hour, then the second hour they'll be able to do them.
What time is it on?
11 to 1.
Okay, yeah, I could probably get there the first hour because I got
right. And then Sunday, Sunday morning pancakes will go from 11 to 1, and then talking trash will go from 1 to 3 because the girls have beach volleyball 8 o'clock next Thursday morning. And I cannot be the guy that keeps them up until 11 o'clock doing sports radio. So they're going to go Sunday instead of Wednesday next week. We will run it again next Wednesday night, but they will actually go live and record it Sunday. And a lot of the program, I'm just letting you know going forward, there's a possibility for us, and you guys can tell us, that we could run the stuff that we run weeknights from 6 to midnight, because we're currently like 6 to 11 most nights anyway. We get to 6 to midnight, we could run those 6 hours of weeknights from midnight to 6, if that's what folks want. Because we'll have the 6 hours of programming. Just food for thought, Rico. Food for thought.
You'll make me do some more scheduling work.
Yes, I am. That's why I
said they came out with
that's why I said it on air.
It's a lot of numbers.
That's why I said it on air, Rico. That's why I said it on air.
How many more men's basketball games is there?
6.
6 plus
so if they came out with are the brackets already out? Just obviously the teams are in Big Ten tournament.
No,
they won't know. They won't know until
movement.
No, but they would not who's playing, but I'm saying what they got to have game times and stuff out, right? When you have because they'll be selling tickets already, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, the game times are set. Like you just don't know who's playing where.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the player. I'm just saying. I mean,
you and I are probably going to go to cover the women's tournament.
Yeah, maybe.
But the men's tournament is because
2 weeks.
The high school tournament's at the same time, so us having that manpower to do both wouldn't be real likely. It's more likely for us to have time for the women, but we'll work that out. We'll work that out. So we'll throw the break. We got to get a couple of segments in. We will do that for you here on Old School 937 The Ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
Now what do? Football is over. The weather's crappy. Man, I tell you what, it's a perfect time to go car shopping. This is Carl from Price Right Auto. Come out to Price Right in Westell, and you'll find over 100 great vehicles at some great prices. With our non-commissioned sales process, we let you control the sale. We won't let you get a lemon since we back every one of our vehicles with our Peace of Mind 3-month warranty. If you want a hassle-free car buying experience, check out our website, PriceRightAuto.com. Come see a great selection of affordable used cars on West O Street at Price Right Auto.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Cloudy, windy, and cold here for our Thursday, topping out at 28. North winds could gust over 25 to 30 for much of the day. They'll relax tonight as we drop down to 14 for the low. Big jump in temps for our Friday. Mostly sunny with a high of 57. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Breakfast tacos, brisket tacos, pork tacos, chicken tacos. You hungry yet? I can keep going. Pork or chicken, queso nachos, queso mac and cheese, hatch mac burritos. Now you're salivating. Muchachos is Lincoln's premier New Mexico barbecue fusion restaurant. And you can't miss them in their bright blue building. Pair that great food with delicious coffee for breakfast and a variety of local and national beers on tap the rest of the day. Order your food online at yomuchacho.com or visit them in person at Muchachos on South 11th Street between L and K Streets.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual planter clinic at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings, Nebraska, February 23rd and 24th. Landmark's Planter Clinic offers expansive equipment training and important information on new and updated technology for this planting season. Learn more about AMS documentation and guidance, row unit and meter settings, and soil moisture monitoring options. Join us February 23rd and 24th in Hastings, RSVP by calling your local Landmark.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season, enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Back to old school with DP and J.
Well, if you're feeling all right and you think you're on, somebody let me know. Will everybody in the place put a whistle in your face, screaming out and say, yo!
Hit it! From the text line, yes, please do that. I'm typically driving to work between 4:30 and 5:30. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing to consider. We have to talk to the networks and figure out, what can and can't be done. But I think that's an option. Another way to do
4
that.
to 5:30 a.m.
Well, just because we could take the nighttime shows and just rerun them.
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah, just rerun them as a lead up to whatever we're going to do in the morning.
That's an early commute.
Yeah, I know.
Man, he's out there. But there are folks that are out there. Pecan Pa says, "What's up? Would love to have Ticket Weeknights replayed over the weekend instead of Fox Sports Radio if at all possible. Their shows at night are awesome, but I don't always have the availability to listen. When I'm available, I'm listening to the live shows. You have great lineup that everyone needs to check out at night." Yeah, I think that's a part, especially as we head into before football season. Like anything before football season, we could actually rerun these Husker athlete shows on the weekends.
Okay.
That's actually a pretty good idea. See, this is why we have smart listeners. It's good. Like, we know our listeners are smart. They help us. And again, you, for folks that are out there with the businesses and otherwise, you guys can help contribute to these student athletes. And again, everything that's contributed through you guys goes directly to the student athletes. You can even direct it. You can say, "Hey, I want to sponsor the Pancake Show football. I want to sponsor volleyball. I want to sponsor all the girls shows." Like, we've had people who said, "Okay, all of the girls programs we want to sponsor. We'll add to." And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like, whatever you can add, they are grateful for and appreciative. So there's that. Jay, tonight the ladies are in Happy Valley against Penn State.
Yeah.
Penn State. This would be win number 20 for Amy Williams.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's a big number. it's kind of the number you want to, I call it gives you a lot of negotiating power when you hit that. So, I think that, they're well equipped to it. You're going on the road. I think, they're going to be focused. Penn State wasn't an easy out last time. You got to work for it, which is, hey, you got to earn it. And, Penn State's in the way. And, you got to handle business accordingly. And, I think they're ready to do it. And, probably looking forward to it. Happy Valley is the type of place you want to get there, focus in, play good, and get the heck up out of there.
Yeah, win 20 is big, especially in this day and age where the men's program's not having that kind of success. Amy's career high here was 21 wins, so that puts them ahead of schedule. Rico, what you got?
They would be the second team in the Big Ten with 20 wins. But they are sixth in the conference, seventh in the conference.
Yeah. And
just because all 6 of their losses have come in conference play.
Yeah.
Right now, Michigan is the only other team with 20. Indiana leads the conference, but they only have 18. Ohio State and Maryland both have 19.
It's going to be, and those games will match up tonight. So it's a 6:00 tip. We will have a post-game show at 8. Again, tonight's lineup, The Truth, 6 to 7 with Kobe Webster, CJ Wilcher. What's the Buzz from 7 to 8. Post-game show with Nick from 8 to 9. And then from 9 to 10, it's Rico and Lady Priscilla. So that should be fun as well. We'll throw the break and get to the final segment. Set up one-on-one. Barry Thompson, Fairfax Football Academy, and I will talk quarterbacks. I will ask you guys the question I'm going to ask him when we come back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer. We support farmers, ranchers, landowners, local governments, contractors, and more. Largest inventory around, and we deliver. Precision ag specialists creating the highest yields. Mobile technicians covering the state. And we're there for the home team on game day. Acres, solutions for every field.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual Planter Clinic at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings, Nebraska, February 23rd and 24th. Landmark's Planter Clinic offers expansive equipment training and important information on new and updated technology for this planting season. Learn more about AMS documentation and guidance, row unit and meter settings, and soil moisture monitoring options. Join us February 23rd and 24th in Hastings. RSVP by calling your local Landmark.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hey, sports fans. Rico here with HIS Auto Care 70th and Van Dorn. Carfax recently awarded us as a top-rated auto service center for 2020, and Lincoln Choice Awards voted us as the 2021 top independent auto repair center. Call us at 402-488-8934 for superior service bumper to bumper. Mention this ad and get 7% off. Doesn't get any better than that. Rico for His Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
This is Old School on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Final segment of Old School. Rico's question is coming up, but I'll ask a question first. Gentlemen, you're now in charge of both a college football program, and an NFL organization. You'd pick any quarterback you want for either. Jay, college quarterback. Who's your pick?
Ooh, I don't know many. I like obviously probably CJ Stroud. But I'll be a homer. I like Thompson as well. So either of those two. I don't know a lot of. There's so much movement. I'd probably say, CJ Stroud.
NFL.
If I'm starting from scratch, I like Joe Burrow. I do. I like his talent. I like his leadership. I think he fits all. He checks all the boxes.
Rico.
College wise, it's either CJ Stroud or Bryce Young.
Okay.
Just solid quarterbacks who in their systems they've done a really good job, and I feel like they can fit just about any system. College wise, I think I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson.
We're gonna take Lamar over.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes. He's instant
and you're not
offense.
wrong. So
he's instant offense with his legs, and he has improved greatly as a passer. And it would help him if he had a true number one receiver. I still don't believe that Hollywood Brown is a number one. I think he's a solid number two. But for what the Ravens want to run and what they want to do, like he could be a great deep threat, a great, give him a slant route or a curl, and he can turn that into something. But when you need to go to somebody, I don't think he's that guy.
Okay.
So I think Lamar, if he, give him a number one receiver, he's far and away. I think he's great.
Okay. What's your question?
My question. So team statistics, women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska is currently 42nd in the country in field goal percentage at 44.35. I want to know who leads the nation in field goal percentage. And it is a Big Ten team, so keep it topical.
It's either I would think it's either. I would think it's
Michigan is 15th.
I would have thought either Indiana or Maryland. I would think that it's Indiana.
Indiana is 18th. Maryland is, I just saw them, right underneath Nebraska, 43rd.
Okay.
There are two Big Ten teams in the top 5. I just want the number one.
Michigan State? No.
Nope.
Not even close.
I don't even know where they're at.
Ooh.
Iowa. 49.37.
Wow.
That's surprising.
And Ohio State is 4th at 47.40.
Ohio State takes a lot of shots in
yeah, you know what? I did. Yeah. I was watching the last Ohio State game. That they did mention that.
They have attempted, so Ohio State has attempted 1,443 shots, made 684. Iowa's attempted 1,436 and made 709. Probably about 600 of those are Caitlin Clark.
Well, no, but Caitlin Clark has those Nebraska type shooting slump streaks.
Yeah, she got D'd up against Maryland.
Like she has streaks where they
she only had 17 points, which is extremely low for her.
Yeah.
That's
like a good.
The flops weren't working. Yeah. Like they weren't giving them flops.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they like she was on the floor more than she made buckets.
She's good at drawing fouls.
Yeah, but Maryland was not having it. Maryland was not having it. So we just gonna get you with the body. You can flail all you want.
I think with that, like a ref knows, like Maryland is an extremely physical team. People are going to fall. It's not necessarily a foul. Kind of like what Eric Strickland was talking about the other day, where when he played against Allen Iverson, he had to go to the ref before the game and be like, "Look, he's 170 pounds soaking wet. I'm 220.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna body up. It's not a foul. Like, it's just me playing defense."
Right.
And then AI was like, "No, man, that's a foul."
And it went to the free throw line and made 11 of 13.
The best drive-by trash talking was Kevin Durant when he went to the ref and he was mic'd up or whatever. And he was like, "Hey, man," he's like, "none of these dudes can guard me without fouling. You need to start calling some fouls." He's like, "I'm Kevin Durant." You pretty much saying these dudes are a bunch of scrubs. The only way that they can even stop me is to foul me. So you need to start doing your job.
That's the
but right in front of them, though.
They had Kevin Garnett.
What are they going to do?
They had Kevin Garnett.
Guard him?
Yeah, they had Kevin Garnett talking about being scouted, and said Pat Riley, who was then with the Miami Heat.
Oh, I did see that.
Had to come and watch, and he goes. Pat Riley was complaining about having to scout a high school kid. Like, man, you guys got me out here watching this high school kid. Why am I here watching this? Kevin Garnett had heard him. Kevin Garnett said, "Oh, okay." And he proceeded to put on a show. It was like, how about that, MF?
And Pat Riley is like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
We're not up there to pick you, but yeah, you a bad dude.
We're not going to get you, but touche.
Yeah. Tomorrow, old school. Tom Stevens will be back. He'll be back for an hour, 9 o'clock.
Off his hiatus, where's he been?
Well, he's been golfing. But the reason why he's coming, we get to reunite and it's Tom's first meeting, Jay Foreman's first meeting with Johnny Holiday, the legend. Will be
excited.
Here. We'll be in studio. We'll pick him up. He'll come in at 9 o'clock. He's the voice of Maryland Terps. Of course, they're in town tomorrow night to face the Huskers. We'll get to talk to the radio legend tomorrow here live on Old School. Stay tuned. One-on-one. Up next, Barry Thompson. Be right back.